So all we're gonna do is start with this color right now and just kind of do a circle. We're gonna do them all right now. Just make some circles here. I'm gonna get them pretty wet because I don't want them to dry out real quick, because we're gonna use some of that to help make our petals and stuff. Just to give it a look of a certain, any kind of flower. We're just gonna get some circles going. Put one up here. And if you are on, I do have in a link also in the description. It's not really in the script, it's a link. You'll see a chain link or something. It's like a chain link. Is my link tree, and it has the Telegram channel, and I think it has, I know it has a Telegram channel, but if you're either on my FB channel or my Telegram channel, I will give you a tracer of what we're doing tonight. And what that is like a coloring page of an outline of what we're doing tonight. So if you're on either one of those, I will put over in my Telegram channel and my FB channel, I will put the tracer for this over in there. Okay, right now it looks kind of like, ooh, that's kind of ugly, and that's okay. So we're gonna take our little brush and put it aside. And now we're gonna start just adding to this. Okay, I gotta see if I can get my comments back up. Hey Susie, there's my friend Lisa. I know I want to learn so much. Absolutely. Hey Susie, honey, you are on live. Can you believe it? I'm on tonight. So you are live tonight. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of take these little wet ones and cover my brushes. I didn't bring any water over here. So what we're gonna start with, I'm gonna start with my little palette tool, and we're gonna take some white, and I wanna do different tones. So we're gonna take the white and some, this rose color. It's called Rose. It's just a rose color. I love magenta, but like I said, I did not bring all my paints. In fact, I brought very few. Just brought a box that I had that I travel. It's like a travel paint set. So we're gonna take it and some white right now. Got white and the rose color. We've got our brownish burgundy color. So what we're gonna start doing first, I want the center to be dark, okay? So we're gonna start just adding little movements around this center part with what I've got here. And just making just some little curves. Now you can use, if you do not have a palette tool, you can use plastic cutlery, like a little plastic knife or fork or spoon or anything like that. You can use a piece of cardboard, just whatever. All we're doing is making little shapes going in a circular motion around our little circle here. That's going to make it out to look like some type of flower. We just want it to look like a flower. So like I said, we want to leave some of that dark in there. If I start losing some of my dark, I'm going to put some more back in there. And we're going to pick up a little bit of this white and do some outside with the white. Want it lighter on the edges. So we're going to just do some little just move it around. Just move it around, just like that. We'll do it in a little half moon circle and get it in there. I'm gonna get our little rose color again, and we're gonna put some of that up in here. Now I'm gonna let some of this dry just a little because I want to add a little bit more color, different color to it. So we're gonna go ahead and do the rest of these in the same color. So I'm getting my rose, and I want that center, I want to have a center there that's dark. So I'm gonna leave some there. See how I'm just making a little semicolon type thing? Let me kind of, had to look in the other thing to see, get my flower kind of shaped here. And we'll shape them. You have to just trust the process. Trust me, just trust the process. And so we're gonna bring our little pieces around. Now you can get these, if I were you and you've never used them, I would buy the plastic ones. They're a lot easier to maneuver because they bend with you and stuff like that. This is just what I had in my bag that I brought. So you can get those at Walmart, Hobby Lobby. Used to could at Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still sell them. I did not see them today. So I don't know if they still sell them. So see how we're just doing little movements around. I still need to get a little bit more over here. Bring it on over. Trying to get this to move right and not wanting to move right. So I just move it myself, kind of manipulate it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of this rose up in here. Want some of those dark coming back through. I'm gonna get some white now. I'm gonna put a little bit of white around the edges to get it light. And it doesn't matter, whichever one you want on top. I'm putting the smaller one on top. You can do the larger one on top. If you do that, you would want to do this over that one. Let's just do that one so you can see. See how I'm doing that one over that one? So that means this one is over that one. So this one is the underneath one. So we're just getting our white, putting it on our little tool here, and just adding some little pieces of white in there, just to give it a different tone. So we're gonna continue. I'm gonna use this. And so let me just go ahead and just do it in there. I'm just making sure that center again is dark. I just wanna do it like that, just to give it a little bit of dimension. Let me see, anybody have any questions? Again, mine. Good evening, Kelly. Thank you, Chrissy, for sprinkling. Thank you, Mary. It will be pretty. And y'all, I promise anybody can do this. All it takes is just a little practice and just knowing what to do. I teach online. I have a membership that I teach, and also I teach in person. I do paint parties and stuff like that. The membership will be opening pretty soon. See how pretty that one is? But I'm gonna add that lightness. So if you're interested in learning to paint with acrylic painting, we use these maybe once a quarter, once every 6 months. Usually it's all paintbrushes, but I love using these, and so I wanted to do it tonight. But just put VIP in the comments, and I will send you some information on it. But it will be opening pretty soon, so I'm just having to revamp everything since Mr. FB has done what it's done. So I'm getting everything revamped so that all my videos will be where you can access them easily. So we're gonna get a little bit more of the rose out. Let me get, well, come on, rose. There we go. Got to have quite a bit of paint when you're doing textured painting. I'm probably gonna get, let me see if I can get a little bit more of this white out. I believe I can. So let me clean off my palette tool and dig some white out. Didn't know I was this low. I could have bought some today while I was out and about. But that's okay. That is just fine. We got plenty to get through tonight. Okay. So we're picking up some more rows. And I do have quite a bit of white on my tool. So I'm going to do the outside first, which is not what I want to do, but I had quite a bit of white. So we're going to just do that center again. We're doing a round. I want to make sure there is some of that dark showing right through there. So I'm just making kind of like a C or a backward C. And then we just take the rest and just do little movements with it, circular movements around our circle there. We're just wanting to get little bits and pieces and just come on around. Now some of this I am going to use a paintbrush to fill in the middle and all. We'll use a paintbrush. So, and I'll show you how easy it is to do that. So let's do that a little bit bigger. So we're just doing a little bit more circular. See how that's doing there? So we're going to get a little bit more white. Do the outside of the flower, because that's where our light source, we're going to have our light source around the edges. Usually I would just do one side, but hey, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we're just getting a little bit of color. I'm scraping it just a little to get some of that dark to show through there. I just want some of that to come through, right through there. Let me get a little bit more rose right through here. So that's pretty dark right through there. Okay, I'm looking on my iPad to see where I need to add some color. Okay, the last flower. Okay, I'm gonna just put some big old piece on there, and then I'm gonna just do that center. I'm gonna get that little piece going right there. And then we're just gonna start scraping a little just to get some movement. Just scraping it all around. Very easy, y'all. This is not hard. You just want to move it and then scrape just to make sure that there's, you know, little sections. Now you can do the whole thing, and I may show you on something blank that I have here, how you can do it with just the, just do a flower with a paintbrush, and I will show you very quickly. And I'm sure if you watch me any, you have seen me do flowers. Very simple, not hard flowers. I'm going to get some white in there just to lighten some of this up. Get it moving around. Okay, so we've got these, and y'all, flowers don't have to be just exactly correct, you know, just right. You can do them lopsided, because flowers are all different shapes. So we're gonna just add a little bit more over here, add just a little bit of that darker in there just to make this a little bit, okay, I wanna see. All right, now, what I want to do, and I know this is really wet, but I'm going to take, and we're gonna add a little bit, I think, I was gonna use gold, but I think I'm gonna use yellow, because it will, no, I'm gonna use, I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to use some orange. This is orange yellow. It's called orange yellow. We're gonna take some of it and add to some of our petal. Let me get it out. Oh, come on, orange yellow. Come on. There we go. Okay, orange yellow. And I'm going to get a little bit on my palette tool. Thank you, Vicki. Hey, Anita. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Okay, we're going to add just touches of this in our flowers. So I'm going to tap some of it off because I don't want a bunch coming off at one time, but we want to just add where you see some highlights of the orange in different spots. Just different places I'm going to add the orange. I'm going to kind of not mix it in, but I'm going to blend it in just a little. We're just going to blend that in right in there. And then I'm going to take some of that rose color and come right back beside it just to give it a little bit more I want to say dimension, but to give it a little bit more dimension, I guess. Separation, that's a better word. Okay, so I'm just adding just a little bit of highlight in it, and I'm using that orange along with the white. We're just going to add some of this orange in there. I love just adding different tones to it. A little bit there, and then we're going to come over here. Got too much there, but that's okay. We'll blend it in. We'll blend it in there. And you could do 3 or 4 or 5 colors, and it wouldn't matter because it would look pretty just to have the different tones. We'll make that center just a little bit smaller. I'm going to put some of that orange right up in there. And then this one. Just get some orange going in it. Just like that. Not hard. Not hard. Just getting it in there. You can always come back with a little bit of white. You want it a little bit more highlight. Like to highlight different places. Just come back with some white in here. And really it's the white and the rose color that I'm adding to it. And so we're just adding just some little highlights in it just to give it a little bit of, you know, umph. So let's just add a little bit more over here. And then over in here, let's add some. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. Okay, we're gonna add just some accent pieces in it. And I'm gonna use a paintbrush. So we're gonna add it, lay it down. Let me get this and wipe it off so I do not get it on me. We're gonna use a small paintbrush, a smaller paintbrush. I'm going to use, let's see, a round